postseason long. That includes the play-in game on this floor, beating Atlanta to capture that 7th seed, and it is Wagner.
Big cushion.
Derek White had that big game one, scored 30 in that one. Holiday has been shelved in back-to-back games. Very rare for the Celtics to turn it over at that volume. Here's Brown inside, gets a friendly bounce. Way back in November against Atlanta. Joe Mazzulla feels like the turnover's alone. Nice setup by Wagner.
Banchero and Wagner, not only to score, they're the guys who have to create all the shots.
Nice rim run by Porzingis. White set him up. Jaylen Brown, guarded by Banchero, gets inside. Banchero with a block. The Magic meeting the Celtics with all that size. Inside, and Banchero scores it with a foul. Back in Florida, where he was a Florida Gator. Late clock here, down to 2. Wagner for 3. Got it. Wagner has to keep an eye on the score with Wagner on the bench. See how they hold up. Nice feed. Horford to Porzingis. Here's Tatum now. Guarded by Banchero. Duke on Duke. And a little crossover. Tatum gets some space. Missed it. Got his own. And puts that one in with a foul. It back. Houston defending. Richard probing. Now Sam Hauser. Cash.
His first bucket of the series.
Got Isaac with help. And that same shot. Cornette with an offensive rebound. Hauser lets it fly. And Hauser's got another one. Gary Harris checks Tatum. Tatum can't get a step on Harris. Drops his shoulder. Turnaround. Baseline jumper is good. Wagner picked up his 2nd foul. He's back on the floor now, and Orlando down 8. Banchero for 3. Got it. Shot clock is off. Last 5.5 seconds of the first quarter. Boston leads by 5. Black stretches out and lays it in.
Yeah, and after 21 turnovers in game 3. So we had a very clean first quarter.
Wow, Wagner up top. And let's not blow over the fact that's a 6'10 guy making plays like that. He and Banchero are point guards and big men bodies.
Yeah, look, the Magic have defended them well for the last couple of years, and they do take Boston out of their comfort zone.
Porzingis for 3. That one's good. That's the road record this year, including the playoffs. 3 of those 9 losses coming here. Turnover Boston. Caldwell Pope for 3. Got it. Up and over Cornette. Caldwell Pope able to elude Brown. Now Joseph. Joseph hits a 3. And we're tied. All tied. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Horford in deep. Drops the shoulder. And drops one in on Wagner. Clock down to 10. Shot clock at 3 now. Tatum dancing with Carter. Tatum. Oh, a little sweet revenge. How about Boston turned it over 7 times in the second quarter after just 1 turnover in the first as Joseph hits his second 3. And Brown secures it. We saw Porzingis shooting during the halftime. He did have a heat wrap on his ankle as Brown goes straight. Magic had that great third quarter in game 3. Banchero drives and lays it in
the half. 7 for 23 on the game, 1 for 6 in the half.
He's got 20 tonight. Here's Brown. Got it. Brown. Boston playing 5 on 4. And Horford goes right to the block. Missed it. Banchero there defending. Joseph pushes. Wagner sets up for 3. He's got that little hitch, but he finds and an Orlando turnover. Tatum. Tatum lays it in. Joseph the rebound. Here come the Magic pushing. A little bit out of character for them. Banchero knocks down a mid-range jumper. White for 3. Got it. Wow, needed that one. Derek White.
I mean, this is a guy who in game 1 had 30 points and made 7 threes.
Oh, Carter hammers it down with the left hand. Probing. And we'll give it to Banchero. A spin. Banchero like a freight train coming. Jaylen Brown. And Harris defending. Almost forced a turnover. Porzingis for 3. Catch and shoot. It's true. He's minutes with Bancaro on the bench. Wagner, he's the guy, and Wagner gets to his spot. Start the fourth quarter, Magic with the ball down 4. Wagner passed one up, Black on the drive, Black able to score it. Bump knees as well in game 3. There might be a re-injury there. Here's White. White for 3, got it, big shot.
They have not had success in this series with Porzingis isolated at the free throw line. They need to get back into the pick and roll game with Porzingis.
And Pritchard. Wagner drives it, and he puts it in, and a foul. Franz Wagner. 4-point game, Boston in front. Fourth quarter action here in game 4. Bancaro drives and lays it in. Who had that flagrant on Tatum in game 1 that knocked him out of game 2. Tatum's gonna fire from 3. Got it. Big shot for Jason Tatum. Tatum in the corner, in and out. And Al Horford hustling for the rebound. White fakes the pass, lays it in. 2-1 of this series, a series that goes back to Boston Tuesday night. Joseph swatted by Big Al. Oh, Al Horford is everywhere.
It's making the impact.
Here's Joseph. Joseph sprays it out to Caldwell Pope, and Caldwell Pope with a 3. Horford guards Bancaro. Inside, Wagner off 1 foot, in and out. Carter with the putback, and we are tied at 91. Up top, Porzingis, tough pass, but he followed his own.
So with Al Horford defending Bancaro well and making him give the ball up.
Under 3 to go, Tatum, jump shot, good. Jason Tatum, vintage.
Game 1 of this series, and he's 22 of 22 since.
A championship finishing kick by the Celtics. They're on a 10-1 run. Bancaro. But Brown and Tatum remind him who's been in this position more often with the title to show for it. Is Bancaro. Consecutive playoff games with the Magic, achieving 25 points or more. But it's going to come in a loss tonight. And that'll do it. The Boston Celtics, the defending champs, come back with some bite, and they win on the road, and they go up 3-1 in this best of 7, closing the game on a 16-7 run.